Kindly remain standing for the national song, which will be followed by the national anthem and the institute song.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
वृक्षलता
All may kindly be seated. And may I now invite the dignitaries on the dais to proceed with the lamp lighting ceremony.
या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा.
I now request the Honorable Chancellor, Professor D.P. Singh Sir, to declare the convocation open.
I declare the convocation open. I request Professor Badrinath Tiwari, Vice Chancellor, to deliver the welcome address and present the annual report of the Institute.
Our esteemed chief guest, Dr. C.S. Prameshji, Director, Tata Memorial Hospital, TIS Chancellor, Professor D.P. Singh Ji, Office Sitting Registrar, Dr. Deonar Mishra, Member of the Executive and Academic Councils, students, faculty and staff, families of our graduating students, and all our well-wishers. Good morning. It is my privilege to welcome you to the 86th Annual Convocation of the Tata Institute of Social Science. It is also my privilege to share with you the annual report for the year 25-26. This is a special day. It is a special for every graduating student. It is a special for every family sitting here with quite pride. It is also, and for me, it is a special in another way. I have completed 1 year as Vice Chancellor. In this 1 year, I have seen TIS from close quarters. I have seen its history. I have seen its strength. I have also seen its challenges. Above all, I have seen its people, and in them, I have seen hope. TIS now enters in 90th year. We call this celebration Navati. 90 years is not just a number, it is a long road. It is the sound of many classrooms. It is the memory of field visits, village meetings, research reports, relief works, and public services. It is the story of a small seeds becoming a large tree. But a tree must keep growing, its roots must go deeper, its branches must reach wider. This is why we have begun a process of revisioning and rebranding. We are looking again our schools and off campuses in new way. We are asking a simple question: what does India needs from TIS now? TIS Bharat is our answer. It is rooted in One Bharat and Viksit Bharat. It will help us widen access, deepen inclusion, strengthen our off-campuses, use technology wisely, build alumni networks, and reach the Himalayan and Indian Ocean regions. Its spirit is simple: unity, diversity, and progress. Unity, diversity, and progress. At the same time, we are opening our windows to the world. TIS Global was launched on 12th February 2026. It connects local knowledge with global scholarship. It says that Indian social science has much to share with the world. This year, we built partnership with universities in Nepal, Zambia, in United States, Brazil, and the United Kingdom. We also began conversation with the institutions in Austria, France, and Germany. The world also came to TIS. 5 study in India programs brought 83 international participants to us. 5 I-Tech programs supported exchange in social welfare, rehabilitation, emergency medicine, and social sciences. We enrolled 51 full-time international students. We supported 28 TIS students on exchange in 8 countries. Each journey carried a little of TIS outwards. Each visitor brought a little of the world inwards. Our TIS Global Colloquium, titled Build Bridges in Social Sciences, was one such meeting place. Delegates from 25 countries joined scholars, policymakers, practitioners, civil society members, and diplomats. They spoke about governance, climate, health, migration, cities, technology, and social change. The bridge was not only between nations, it was also between ideas and actions. Closer home, the Viksit Bharat seminar series brought more than 20 events across our campuses. We discussed women-led development, mental well-being, better cities, tribal and rural development, migration, ethical artificial intelligence, and resilient governance. One message was clear: development is not built only in offices. It is built in villages, towns, classrooms, hospitals, courts, streets, and homes. The Prabodhan lecture series and Chintan Shivir reminded us that wisdom has many homes. It lives in books. It also lives in forests, farms, communities, and movements. We listened to scholars and practitioners. We heard of services, conservations, education, and Indian values. We are reminded that serious thought must keep its feet on the ground. Academic renewal has also moved forward. Our roadmap to the century in 2036 imagines TIS as a digitally enabled, socially responsive, and globally connected. In line with the national education policy, we are developing 1-year master programs, strengthening our existing 4-year undergraduate programs with a sound base in Indian knowledge system, micro-credentials, and executive education. The new TIS Center for Undergraduate Programs will help to coordinate in a flexible 160 credit curriculum across campuses. Admission needed a stronger system. The new TIS admission office now brings outreach, application, verification, support, data, and compliance together. In 2025-26, it handled 17,933 applications for 52 postgraduate and 5 undergraduate programs. We admitted 1,520 students from 33 states and union territory. Of them, 723 were men, 797 were women. Our goal is clear: a wider door, a kinder progress process, and better experience for every applicant. Our partnership carried TIS knowledge into the field. We worked on child-centered juvenile justice, youth work in Odisha, digital training in 250 Mumbai municipal teachers, and UNESCO ICHEI study of South Asian higher education. A scholarship supported students from SC, ST, OBC, and EWS backgrounds. Other collaborations touched climate action, disaster risk reductions, disability inclusion, global south, resilience, and psychosocial and oncology training for Arogya Mitra under PMJAN. Our faculty, researcher, students, alumni, and field action projects continue to bring honor to TIS. Hardika Bhagat received a BA ICE presidential bursary. Alumni Shrutika Jha received a Chevening scholarship. Prayas received the Mahatma Award. Simha received an International Innovation Award. Dr. Praveen Kumar became a DAD Research Ambassador. Sambat Yom won a Best Paper Award. TIS was also named among the best education brands in 2026. These are not just awards, they are simple lamps. Together, they light the path of the institute. A student's life remained the center of our work. Across our campuses, 4,522 students were enrolled in bachelor, master's, and doctoral programs. Another 740 were enrolled in Nirantar programs. The School of Skill Education enrolled 8,708 students across 18 sectors. We have strengthened placements, alumni engagements, hostels, dining facilities, campus development, digital systems, and smart classrooms. Our university is not made by courses alone, it is made by everyday care of the students and the university family. We also celebrated culture and citizenship. The Indian Knowledge System Week brought lectures, cultural fairs, films, wellness activities, and student showcases. Padma Shri Rahibai Popper spoke on indigenous knowledge and seed conservation. The Millet Mela celebrated food traditions. We observed Vigilance Awareness Week. We marked the 75th Samvidhan Divas by reading the preamble. We joined a community nutrition fair at Aghai in Thane district. In all these moments, learning moved beyond the classrooms. Institution strengthening also continued. All UGC mandate committees are in place. The reconstituted internal quality assurance cell is working on data accreditation, ranking, training, reporting, common nomenclature, and unified database. Good institutions need good system. They need clarity, accuracy, and continuity. The Women and Gender Development Cell continued its work in training, policy support, and grievance redressal. A campus must be a place of free thought. It must also be a place of safety, dignity, and respect. The cell inducted 23 student gender champion. It held programs on consent, interpersonal violence, child protection, campus relationships, and prevention of sexual harassment. We are also aware of our concern, and my office is trying to best to address them. Staffing remains one of them. Of 189 UGC sanctioned teaching posts, 133 are filled. Of 252 administrative technical service posts, 130 are filled. We are in the process of filling the vacant position. I'm also happy to say that 20 of our faculty colleagues were promoted under CAS during the year 70 teaching and non-teaching colleagues superannuated or opted up for voluntary retirement. We thank them for their services to the institution. We also remember with respect 5 former and retired colleagues whom we lost: Professor R.N. Sharma, Professor Armitai S. Desai, Mr. Suryakant Juadkar, Mr. P.D. Pawar, Dr. Mutaya M. Punarumat, Professor Desai, Director of TIS from 1982 to 1995, and later Chairperson of University Grant Commission, gave deeply to social work, education, and higher education policy. Their work remains with us like white rain. It has entered the soil of the institution. And now we come to the heart of the day. Today, 1,376 students, 1,376 students and scholars from all our campuses receives their degrees. This includes 35 doctoral scholars and graduates from master, bachelor's, integrated and dual degree program. The first undergraduate batch of analytics and sustainability studies also receives its degree today. During graduates, this degree is not only a certificate, it is a promise. Carry it with confidence. Carry it also with humility. The world needs a skill, but it also needs kindness. It needs knowledge, but it also needs courage. Wherever you go, may you listen carefully, work honestly, and stand with those who need strength. The annual report records a year of movement. Some work is already visible, some work is still below the surface, like roots growing in the dark. Academic room, quality systems, sustainable infrastructure, national partnership and international partnership take times. They need patience, they need trust, they need steady hands. In the institutes here, we must ask one simple question again and again: what do India and the world needs for us? The social sciences cannot stand for far from ordinary life. Research must speak to policy. Teaching must prepare a student not only for employment, but also for ethical public life. Growth must not be measured only by visibility or ranking. It must be measured by the honesty of our contribution. Towards this, I am happy to share the establishment of Viksit Bharat Vichar Kendra in this university. The inter-school, multi-funded think tank will be a national platform for evidence-based policy research, interdisciplinary scholarship, and public dialogue in the support of Viksit Bharat at the rate of 2047. I am also happy to share that this is entering into partnership with IIT Mumbai to set up a Center for Artificial Intelligence and Society under our new Ratan Tata School of Analytics. I am especially grateful to Dr. Pramesh for being with us today and for accepting our invitation with quite grace and goodwill. His and Tata Memorial Hospital have shared a long and meaningful relationship. I hope this bond will grow stronger in the year ahead. Together, we can support new ideas in leadership development and healthcare innovation. These are not distant needs. They touch lives, they touch families, they touch the future of our society. Now of this work is done alone. None of this work is done alone. I place on record our sincere gratitude to the Government of India for its guidance and support. I thank the Tata Trust for an association with that has sustained this from its beginning and continue to strengthen its future. I also thank our sponsors, well-wishers, partners, collaborators across the government, academia, civil society, industry, and wider community that all together forms this family. My heartfelt appreciation goes to our faculty and staff. We hold this institution together through change and continuity. I thank our students who brings energy, question, and purpose to every campus. I thank our alumni who carry the spirit of peace into communities and institutions across India and world. An annual report is finally a story of many minds and hands. As this turns 90, let us honor the past by carrying its finest values and values forward. Let us walk with courage. Let us work with imagination. Let us serve with a renewed sense of purpose. To our gratitudes and congratulations to their families. Congratulations to their family, congratulations, and to the chess community, thank you. The journey continues. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
May I now invite the Dean Academic Affairs, Professor Sunil Santha sir, to introduce the chief guest and other dignitaries.
Namaste and good morning to all. It is both a privilege and a joy to introduce our chief guest for the 86th TISS Convocation, Dr. C.S. Pramesh. Dr. C.S. Pramesh is the director of the Tata Memorial Hospital and professor and head of thoracic surgery at the TMC, Mumbai. He serves on the UICC and the ASCO Board of Directors. He is the convener for the National Cancer Grid, a large network of our 400 cancer centers in India and several other countries. Dr. Pramesh is highly committed to reducing inequities in cancer control and making cancer treatment accessible across geographic regions and social strata. He is a visiting professor at the Division of Cancer Studies, King's College, London, and the Institute of Cancer Policy, King's Health Partners, London. He serves on the advisory boards of several global organizations, including WHO, ASCO, ESMO, and the UICC. His research interests include health service research, value-based care, addressing barriers to access, and cancer policy. He is a recipient of the Rachel Perline Global Cancer Research Humanitarian Award from the National Cancer Institute, USA. His presence as the chief guest of the 86th TISS Convocation adds immense value to the occasion, bringing to our graduating students the inspiration of a life dedicated to equity, public service, and transformative impact in society. As a gesture of our gratitude, I request our Honorable Chancellor, Professor D.P. Singh, sir, to felicitate our esteemed chief guest, Dr. C.S. Pramesh. Thank you, sir. It is my privilege to introduce our Chancellor, Professor Dhirendra Pal Singh. Professor Singh is a distinguished academic and an eminent educationist known for his lifelong commitment to higher education, institutional leadership, and public service. Over the course of his career, he has made significant contributions to teaching, higher education, research, and academic administration, with a particular focus on strengthening universities as a space of intellectual rigor, inclusivity, and social responsibility. He has held several important leadership positions in higher education, guiding institutions through periods of growth and innovative transition with clarity of vision and deep respect for academic values. His work reflects a strong belief in the transformative power of education and its role in shaping an equitable and democratic society. As Chancellor of TISS, Professor Singh brings to the Institute a thoughtful perspective rooted in scholarship, experience, and a deep understanding of the public purpose of education. His guidance continues to inspire our efforts to uphold the founding values of TISS and to remain responsive to the changing needs of society. On this proud and memorable occasion, we are honored to have his presence with us. I now request our Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Badri Narayanji, to felicitate our Chancellor, Professor D.P. Singh. Thank you, sir. It is a matter of great honor and privilege to introduce Professor Badri Narayan Tiwari, our Vice Chancellor, as we gather today for this 86th Convocation. Professor Badri Narayan's journey as a scholar, public intellectual, poet, and academic leader has been marked by deep intellectual engagement and a profound commitment to society. Over the years, his work has significantly enriched the fields of social sciences, public policy, and democratic thought. As Vice Chancellor, Professor Badri Narayan has brought to the Institute a vision that is both forward-looking and deeply anchored in its founding values. Under his leadership, TISS has continued to strengthen its academic excellence, expand its national outreach and global engagement, and remain committed to its mission of serving society through knowledge, research, and action. His contributions to literature have also received national recognition. In 2022, Professor Badri Narayan was conferred India's premier literary honor, the Sahitya Academy Award, for his poetry collection. More recently, in 2025, he was honored at the Jaipur Literature Festival with the Kannaiya Lal Sethi Award for his enduring and impactful contributions to modern Hindi poetry. More importantly, through his poetry, he has brought the voices, struggles, and lived experiences of marginalized communities into the mainstream literary discourse. We are also extremely pleased to share that our Vice Chancellor has very recently been elected as the Honorary Fellow of the Royal Anthropological Institute in the UK. This rare distinction is a recognition of his outstanding contributions to anthropology and allied disciplines, and it adds another significant milestone to his distinguished academic journey. On this celebratory occasion, as we confer degrees upon a new generation of scholars and practitioners, it is especially meaningful to have his presence, leadership, and guidance with us. To mark this occasion and honor his leadership and presence, may I now request our officiating registrar, Dr. Narendra Mishra, to felicitate our Vice Chancellor, Professor Badri Narayan.
I now request the Vice Chancellor to read out the resolution for award of degrees.
The Academic Council of the Tata Institute of Social Sciences recommends that 35 students of Doctor of Philosophy, 1,191 students of 47 postgraduate programs, 118 students of 4 undergraduate programs, 32 students from 3 dual degree programs across Mumbai, Tuljapur, Guwahati, and Hyderabad campuses. We have satisfactorily fulfilled the academic requirement of the institute, may be admitted to the said degree. Now, therefore, by virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of the institute, I have the honor to declare that the respective successful candidates of Doctor of Philosophy, Master's and Bachelor's degrees from Mumbai, Tuljapur, Hyderabad, and Guwahati campuses may be awarded to these students who are present and the others in absentia.
Now I request the graduating students to rise for the oath ceremony. The Chancellor will address the following questions to the graduating students. After each question, students are requested to respond with "I do promise." Now I respectfully invite our Chancellor, Professor D.P. Singh sir, to administer the oath.
Do you solemnly and sincerely promise and declare that upon admission to the degrees for which you have qualified, you will conduct yourself in your daily life and communication in a manner befitting members of the university? Right. Do you solemnly and sincerely promise and declare that, to the best of your ability and opportunity, you will use your power to advance true learning and in the service of your fellow people? Do you solemnly and sincerely pledge to faithfully and diligently perform the duties and responsibilities of the profession you will ultimately join and uphold its integrity and reputation at all times? Now, by virtue of authority vested in me as Chancellor of the University, I admit you to your respective degrees with all the honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities, and I recommend each of you to prove worthy of the degree throughout your life.
Kindly be seated.
May I now respectfully invite Professor D.P. Singh ji, Chancellor, to deliver the presidential address.
Dr. C.S. Pramesh, Director of the Tata Memorial Hospital, and our chief guest today, Professor Badrinayan Tiwari, Vice Chancellor TIS, Professor Sunil Santha, Dean of Academic Affairs, Dr. Narendra Mishra, Visiting Registrar, members of the Executive Council and the Academic Council, distinguished guests, my colleagues on the faculty, proud parents and families, and above all the graduating students of the Tata Institute of Social Sciences. My dear graduating students, my heartfelt congratulations to you all. This day is yours, and you have earned every hour of it. And you did not earn it alone. Behind each of you sits a family that went without something so that you could sit here today. So congratulations to your parents and to everyone who carried you to this morning. This degree is theirs as much as yours. And thank you, my colleagues on the faculty. Yours are the quiet hands behind this bright day. Now let me speak to you simply as an older man who is honestly, deeply hopeful about your generation. You are the most empowered young people who have ever walked this earth, and it is science and technology that placed that power in your hands. Just look at what they have given you: a vaccine dreamed up and delivered in a single year, a slab of glass in your pocket that holds more than all the libraries of the ancient world, a signal that lets a farmer read tomorrow's sky, and a village girl learn from a teacher she will never meet. 100 years ago, a king could not do what you can do this evening from a bus stop. So do not be shy about that power or about wanting a full life, good work, a wide world. That hunger is nothing to apologize for. It is the engine for everything you are about to build. And here is the quiet beauty of the education you were given, the idea at the very heart of our National Education Policy 2020. For too long, we kept knowledge locked into separate rooms, science in one, the social sciences in another, technology in a third. The NEP opened every door and set you down on purpose at the crossroads where all three meet. You were taught to read a data set and a human face in the same afternoon, to honor a laboratory and a village with equal seriousness. That is a rare and precious preparation, and you may not yet know how rare it is. I dwell on this because something has now arrived that lives at exactly that crossroads where you were taught to stand, and that is the artificial intelligence. It writes, it calculates, it translates, it diagnoses, it predicts. It belongs to no single subject. It moves through all of them at once, through economics and medicine, law and social work, history and design. The very walls your education taught you to climb over, AI simply walks straight through. That is a gift, but my young friends, it is not only a gift. Let me tell you why in the language of our own oldest stories. मुझे लगता है कि आप लोगों ने कुछ एक शब्द सुना होगा, समुद्र मंथन. आपने कम सुना होगा, तो मुझे लगता है कि आपके माता पिता यहाँ बैठे हैं, उन लोगों ने ज़रूर सुना होगा. हमने भी कभी इसकी पौराणिक कहानियाँ सुनी थीं, और उससे मैं अपनी बात आगे बढ़ाना चाहता हूँ. एक दुर्वासा ऋषि थे जिन्होंने कि इंद्र को श्राप दिया था, और जिसकी वजह से इंद्रलोक में काफ़ी संकट आ गया था. और उसको देख करके वह भगवान ब्रह्मा के पास गए थे, और ब्रह्मा जी ने फिर कहा था कि विष्णु जी से जा कर के प्रार्थना करो, वो कुछ इसका रास्ता बताएंगे. और तब जा कर के देवताओं ने और असुरों ने एक समुद्र मंथन किया था, और उसमें से कुछ रत्न निकले थे. और इसमें मथनी के रूप में मद्रांचल पर्वत का उपयोग हुआ था, और बासुकी नाग का जो है रस्सी के रूप में हुआ था. एक तरफ देवता थे, दूसरी तरफ राक्षस थे. तो इसमें से अमृत निकालने की बात थी जिससे अमरता प्राप्त हो सके. और अंततो गत्वा इसमें से अमृत निकला, लेकिन उससे पहले इसमें विष निकला, हलाहल निकला, जो कि इतना पॉइजनस था जिससे कि तीनों लोगों को एक राग के रूप में बदला जा सकता था. तो यहाँ से ये चीज़ शुरू होती है समुद्र मंथन की. एंड दैट इज द विस्डम द ओल्ड स्टोरी हैज़ बीन कीपिंग फॉर अस ऑल अलोंग. एवरी ग्रेट चर्निंग ब्रिंग्स अप द पॉइजन बिफोर इट ब्रिंग्स अप द नेक्टर. And make no mistake, artificial intelligence is the samudra manthana of our age. The churning has begun, and it will not slow to suit our comfort. It is bringing up real amrit, wonders that will heal the sick, teach the poor, and lift millions who lives their parents could not have dreamed of. But it is bringing up poison also, halal also. And I would be failing you this morning as Chancellor if I sang only of the nectar and said nothing of the poison. So let me show you 3 drops of that poison plainly the way a friend would. The first drop, my dear students, the first drop falls on your own mind. Reason is a muscle. It only grows when it lifts. Every time you wrestle a hard problem to the floor by yourself, you walk away with more than the answer. You walk away a little more able to think. Now picture a tool that lifts every weight for you before you have even reached for it. What a convenience it is, and what a quiet danger. A person who asks the machine before he troubles to think will, slowly and without noticing, forget how to think at all. So this is the thing where we have to remember that how we have to face these problems. The second drop is meant especially for you, the social scientists. A machine learns from data, and data is nothing more than a record of what has already happened. Sit with that for a moment. The poor, the far away, the excluded, the very people this institute was built to serve are exactly the people who are missing from the data or get counted wrongly inside it. The machine has read 1 million reports on poverty. It has never once gone to bed hungry. It has never sat up through the night with a family the records forgot to mention. So if you hand your judgment over to the machine, and the machine knows only what has already been, it will give you back a future that is just the past in fresh paint. It will repeat yesterday's injustice at the speed of light, and we will call it progress only because a computer did it. The machine knows the world as it is. You were trained every day in this place, the trees, to picture the world as it ought to be. Never surrender that difference. A number can record a person's hunger. It will never feel it. That gap between the record and the real is your life's work. Now I come to the third drop, and third drop is the most bitter because it can go down without our even tasting it. The machine knows only what someone wrote down and fed to it. But the greatest part of human wisdom was never written down at all. The farmer who reads tomorrow's rain in tonight's sky, the grandmother whose hands know a cure that sits in no book, the elder who settles a bitter quarrel with a fairness no law school has ever taught. This is our traditional knowledge, the ancient wisdom, the vivek of thousands of years, about which our Honorable Vice Chancellor was also talking, carried not on paper but in memory, in stories, in songs, and in the doing of things. The day we start believing that whatever is missing from the data must not be real, we insult the wisdom of most of the humanity, and we risk losing it within a single generation. So do not let that happen on your watch. Progress has never meant burning the old to flatter the new. It means having the sense to know which of the old things are gold. Respect the machine's knowledge, of course, but bow your head to your grandmother's wisdom. She was running a vast and subtle system long before anyone on this earth had spoken the word algorithm. And so here we stand before our own Samudra Manthan, nectar and poison rising together out of the same sea. So go back to the story one last time. How was the word saved from the halahal, that poison, not by the gods who took one look at the poison and fled, not by the demons who chopped past it to snatch the rector. The word was saved because one among them, Shiva, Bhagwan Shiva, had both the courage and the vivek, wisdom, to gather that poison up and hold it in his own throat. He did not swallow it. He did not hurl it back at the word. He simply held it, and it stained his throat forever blue. And from that day, we have called him Neelakant. Graduates of TIS, that is your work in this new age. Be the Neelakant of your generation. Do not flee the churning as the frightened do. Do not gulp down everything it offers as the greedy do. Be the ones with the wisdom to tell the nectar from the poison and the strength to hold that poison in your own throat so that the nectar reaches every last home in this country and not only the few at the front of the queue. So go and lead, take AI in your hands without fear and use it better than anyone precisely because you will use it with conscience. Let the machine do that calculating. You do the caring. Let it keep the data. You keep the dignity. Let it remember the past. You go and imagine the future. तकनीकी कहा गया है, तकनीकी हमें गति देती है, विवेक हमें दिशा देता है. Technology gives us speed. Wisdom gives us direction. Carry both and let wisdom lead. Be the Neelkant, hold the poison, share the nectar. That is my charge to you as Chancellor, and it is where I will end. Before I do, my deep gratitude to Dr. Pramesh for gracing this morning, and my heartfelt congratulations to our Vice Chancellor, our Dean, our Registrar, and every teacher and every hand on the staff who built this beautiful day. प्यारे विद्यार्थियों, आप ही भारत का भविष्य हैं. जहाँ भी जाएं, ज्ञान के साथ संवेदना, सफलता के साथ सेवा और उपलब्धियों के साथ अपने मूल्यों को सदैव बनाए रखें. अपने माता पिता, अपने स्वजन और अपने गुरुजनों के आशीर्वाद, धैर्य, जिज्ञासा और लोक कल्याण की भावना को अपनी सबसे बड़ी पूंजी बनाकर आगे बढ़ें. आप सभी को मेरी हार्दिक बधाई और आपके उज्जवल, सफल और सार्थक, सफलता और सार्थकता में अंतर समझने की भी आवश्यकता है और इसलिए आपको केवल सफल नहीं होना है, अपने जीवन को सार्थक भी करना है. इसलिए मेरी शुभकामनाएं हैं आपके उज्जवल, सफल और सार्थक भविष्य के लिए. ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं. टिस निरंतर प्रगति करे, सोशल साइंसेज के क्षेत्र में देश और दुनिया में ज्ञान समृद्धि का परचम लहराए, ऐसी कामना भी मैं करता हूँ. धन्यवाद. जय हिंद.
May I now request our Vice Chancellor, Professor Badrinath sir, to read the resolution awarding the medals and prizes.
Based on their excellent academic performance, the meritorious students of the postgraduate and undergraduate programs are being awarded the Chancellor medals, Vice Chancellor prizes, other prizes and certificates. I have the honor to request the Chancellors to award the Chancellor's Gold Medal to the outstanding postgraduate students from the Mumbai and off campuses for the academic year 2025-26.
I hereby present Mr. Praful Dwivedi, Master of Arts in Human Resources, Management and Labor Relation, Mumbai campus. खुशी नितिन भाई पटेल, MA in Social Work, Rural Development, Tuljapur campus. Jane C. Seldu, Master of Arts, Sociology and Social Anthropology, Guwahati campus. Ansul Tiwari, MA in Public Policy and Law, Hyderabad off campus. Thank you, sir. May I now request our Vice Chancellor to give the Vice Chancellor Prize to the outstanding undergraduate students for the academic year 25-26 from Mumbai, Tuljapur and Guwahati off campuses. Arnav Malik, Bachelor of Science, BS, Honours with Research in Analytics and Sustainable Studies, Mumbai campus. Nidhi A, Bachelor of Social Work, Tuljapur campus. Vedika Das, Bachelor of Arts, Social Sciences, Guwahati campus, in absentia. Sir, please take your seats. May I request Vice Chancellor to invite our Honorable Chief Guest to award prizes and certificate.
I invite our esteemed Chief Guest, Dr. C.S. Pramesh ji, to award prizes and certificates to the best students.
I hereby present institute-level prizes and the best students of undergraduate and postgraduate programs, Mumbai. So, Arnav Malik, he is the winner of 2 prizes, first rank in Bachelor of Science in Analytics and Sustainability Studies, Best Fieldwork in Bachelor of Science in Analytics and Sustainability Studies. Avichal Trivedi, so he is the winner of 2 prizes, second rank in Bachelor of Science in Analytics and Sustainability Studies, and Best Research Project in Bachelor of Science in Analytics and Sustainability Studies. Now, Saparya Nair, winner of 3 prizes, first rank in Master of Arts in Social Work, Children and Families, Best Research Project in Master of Arts in Social Work, Children and Families, and Best Student Master of Arts in Social Work, Mumbai campus. The prize is sponsored by NTPC and MK Tata Trust. Vaishali Agrawal, first rank in Master of Arts in Social Work, Criminology and Justice. Vilaksha Saini, first rank in Master of Arts in Social Work, Community Organization and Development Practice. Sakshi Divedi, winner of 3 prizes, first rank in Master of Arts in Social Work, Disability Studies and Action, Best Fieldwork in Master of Arts in Social Work, Disability Studies and Action, Best Research Project in Master of Arts in Social Work, Disability Studies and Action. Benani Sarkar, winner of 4 prizes, first rank in Master of Arts in Social Work, Dalit and Tribal Studies and Action, Best Fieldwork in Master of Arts in Social Work, Dalit and Tribal Studies and Action, Best Research Project in Master of Arts in Social Work, Dalit and Tribal Studies and Action, Best Fieldwork in Master of Arts in Social Work, sponsored by NTPC. Meenal Goyal, winner of 2 prizes, first rank in Master of Arts in Social Work, Livelihoods and Social Entrepreneurship, Best Research Project in Master of Arts in Social Work, Livelihoods and Social Entrepreneurship. Anju Raj, KP, winner of 2 prizes, first rank in Master of Arts in Social Work, Mental Health, and Best Fieldwork in Master of Arts in Social Work, Mental Health. Alka Kumari, first rank in Master of Arts in Social Work, Public Health, and one more award, that is Best Research Project in Master of Arts in Social Work, Public Health. Yes, Aparna, first rank in Master of Arts in Social Work, Women-Centered Practice. The Best Research Project in Master of Arts in Social Work, Mental Health is shared by 2 students, Sneha Mishra and Anju Raj KP. I invite both of them. Sneha Mishra and Anju Raj. The Best Research Project in Master of Arts in Social Work, Women-Centered Practice is also shared by 2 students, Parvati and S. Aparna. Parvati. Yes, Aparna. Aparna is there? Aishani Chaudhary, winner of 2 prizes, second rank in Master of Arts in Social Work Children and Families, best fieldwork in Master of Arts in Social Work Children and Families. The second rank in Master of Arts in Social Work, Criminology and Justice is shared by 2 students, Vaishali Guha in absentia and Kumari Pallavi. The second rank in Master of Arts in Social Work, Community Organization and Development Practice is shared by 2 students, Bafana Nikita Sumati Lal and Aritra Chowdhury. Bafana Nikita Sumati Lal, Aritra Chowdhury. She has to come back. Bafana Nikita Sumati Lal is also the winner of the Best Research Project in Master of Arts in Social Work. Bafana, you are supposed to come once more. So Bafana Sumati Lal, Best Research Project in Master of Arts in Social Work, Community Organization and Development Practice. Bin UL Huda, second rank in Master of Arts in Social Work, Disability Studies and Action. Anusha Navendu Kumar, second rank in Master of Arts in Social Work, Dalit and Tribal Studies and Action. Rutuja Dilip Akashe, second rank in Master of Arts in Social Work, Livelihoods and Social Entrepreneurship. The best fieldwork in Master of Arts in Social Work, Livelihood and Social Entrepreneurship is shared by 2 students, Meenal Goyal and Rutuja Akashe. Meenal Goyal. Rutuja. Sneha Mishra, second rank in Master of Arts in Social Work, Mental Health. Sneha Mishra. Chandrakash Som, second rank in Master of Arts in Social Work, Public Health. Parvati, second rank in Master of Arts in Social Work, Women-Centered Practice. Deepu Yadav, Best Fieldwork in Master of Arts in Social Work, Criminology and Justice. Sachin Orawan in absentia, Best Fieldwork in Master of Arts in Social Work, Community Organization and Development Practice. The Best Fieldwork in Master of Arts in Social Work, Public Health is shared by 2 students, Shivika Sharma and Sneha Bharti. Shivika Sharma. Sneha Bharti. Pragati Pradhan, Best Fieldwork in Master of Arts in Social Work, Women-Centered Practice. The best research project in Master of Arts in Social Work, Criminology and Justice is shared by two students, Vaishali Agarwal and Abhirup Mishra in absentia. Vaishali Agarwal. The best field intervention with people struggles instituted by CODP Alumni Batch 2009-11 batch, sponsored by Shiva Chandra Dakkal, 2000, Vadekar Priyanka Ashok Rao. The Right Livelihood Prize for the best fieldwork in Master of Arts in Social Work, Livelihood and Social Entrepreneurship, Karan Kumar. The Right Livelihood Prize for the second best fieldwork in Master of Arts in Social Work, Livelihoods and Social Entrepreneurship, shared by two students, Atul Khandare Ruprao and Kumbare Tarun. Atul. Tarun. Now we are moving to the School of Management and Labor Studies. Praful Dwivedi is the winner of 3 prizes. First rank in Master of Arts in Human Resource Management and Labor Relations. S. Kalsi Prize for the best student in HRM and LR. M.K. Tata Prize for the best student in MA in HRM and LR. Shreya Jain, first rank in Master of Arts in Social Entrepreneurship. Akhileshwar Upadhyay, first rank in Master of Arts in Labor Studies and Practice. Sri Chandan Mishra, first rank in Master of Arts in Organization Development, Change and Leadership. And he is also the winner of the Best Research Project in Master of Arts in Organization Development and Change and Leadership. Harsh Bajpai, winner of 2 prizes, first rank in Master of Arts in Analytics, Best Fieldwork in Master of Arts in Analytics. Chavi Dua is the winner of 3 prizes, second rank in Master of Arts in Human Resource Management and Labor Relations, instituted by PM and IR students 1987-89 batch. NTPC Prize for the Best Girl Student in Master of Arts in Human Resource Management and Labor Relations 24-26 batch, and the Best Student in Master of Arts in HRM and LR, instituted by PM and IR students 1987-89 batch. Hari Ramakumar SM, second rank in Master of Arts in Social Entrepreneurship. Harshita Negi, second rank in Master of Arts in Labor Studies and Practice. Prachi Diwan, second rank in Master of Arts in Organization Development, Change and Leadership. Pooja Das is the winner of 2 prizes, second rank in Master of Science in Analytics, Best Research Project in Master of Science in Analytics. Swagatika Samantha Ray is the winner of 3 prizes, Best Fieldwork in Master of Arts HRM and LR, Best Research Project in Master of Arts HRM and LR, Mrs. S.R. Panakal Prize for the Best Fieldwork in Master of Arts in HRM and LR. Sarvajit Sanjeev, Best Fieldwork in Master of Arts in Social Entrepreneurship. Pinky is the winner of 2 prizes, Best Fieldwork in Master of Arts in Labor Studies and Practice, Best Research Project in Master of Arts in Labor Studies and Practice. Arijit Patanaik, Best Field Immersion in Master of Arts in Organization Development, Change and Leadership. Yash Patil, Best Research Project in Master of Arts in Social Entrepreneurship. Nikhil Dubey, NIPM Prize student with highest CGPA, Master of Arts in HRM and LR. Now we are moving to the School of Health Systems Studies. Nureen Farshina is the winner of 2 prizes, first rank in Master of Public Health, Health Administration, and Alumni Association of Health Administrators Chapter and MHA Students Prize for the Best Student in Master of Public Health, Health Administration. Aishwarya Burada is the winner of 3 prizes, first rank in Master of Hospital Administration, Alumni Association of Health Administrators Chapter, and MHA Students 2001-2 Prize for the Best Students in Master of Hospital Administration, and MK Tata Prize for the Best Student in Master of Public Health, Health Administration, and Master of Hospital Administration. Nikita Vajpayee, first rank in Master of Public Health, Health Policy, Economics, and Finance. Aditi Avasti, first rank in Master of Public Health, Social Epidemiology. Dipesh Babubai Panchal, second rank in Master of Public Health, Health Administration. Priya Shamsundar Fatwani, second rank in Master of Hospital Administration. Shabiba T is the winner of 2 prizes, second rank in Master of Public Health, Health Policy, Economics and Finance, Best Research Project in Master of Public Health, Health Policy, Economics and Finance. Tarandeep Kaur in absentia, second rank in Master of Public Health, Social Epidemiology. Anuja Bavare, Best Research Project in Master of Public Health, Health Administration. Himanshu Adhikari in absentia, Best Research Project in Master of Hospital Administration. Maunisha China, Best Research Project in Master of Public Health, Social Epidemiology. Now we are moving to the School of Human Ecology. Aparna Manu is the winner of 2 prizes, first rank in Master of Arts in Applied Psychology, Clinical and Counseling Practice, and Best Fieldwork in the same program. Megha Shah, second rank in Master of Arts in Applied Psychology, Clinical and Counseling Practice. The best research in Master of Arts in Applied Psychology, Clinical and Counseling Practice is shared by 2 students, Amanya Sharma and Mehak Gupta. Amanya Sharma. Mehak Gupta. Now we are moving to the School of Disaster, Jamshedji Tata School of Disaster Studies. Aniket Ashok is winner of 3 prizes, first rank in Master of Science in Disaster Management, Best Research Project in Master of Science in Disaster Management, and Best Internship in Master of Science in Disaster Management. Shyamji, second rank in Master of Arts in Disaster Management. Now we are moving to the School of Media and Culture Studies. Anjali Menon in absentia, first rank in Master of Arts in Media and Culture Studies. Jahnabi Moran, second rank in Master of Arts in Media and Culture Studies. Now we have the 4 students are getting the prize for the best media project in Master of Arts in Media and Culture Studies. It's a group prize. Apsara Bibi, Sudesh Pillai, Salimul Haq CA and Tarsh Verma. So, Salimul Haq and Tarsh Verma in absentia. Okay. The best research project in Master of Arts in Media and Culture Studies is shared by 2 students, Susmita Banerjee and Sudesh Pillai. Susmita Banerjee. In absentia, Sudesh Pillai. Moving to the Center for Library and Information Science, Mili Maheshwari, first rank in Master of Library and Information Science. Namrata Karthike is the winner of 2 prizes, second rank in Master of Library and Information Science, Best Research Project in Master of Library and Information Science. Now we are moving to the School of Development Studies. Pallavi Nima, first rank in Master of Arts in Development Studies. Archi Yogesh Kulkarni, first rank in Master of Arts in Women's Studies. Akshat Bhartwaj, second rank in Master of Arts in Development Studies. Debasmita Das is the winner of 2 prizes, second rank in Master of Arts in Women's Studies, Best Field Immersion in Master of Arts in Women's Studies. Lakshay in absentia, Best Research Project in Master of Arts in Development Studies. You can go. Miriam Achu Roni, Best Research Project in Master of Arts in Women's Studies, and Professor Chaya Datta Prize for Best Research Project Master of Arts in Women's Studies. We are moving to the School of Habitat Studies. Prem Siddharth R, first rank in Master of Science in Environment, Climate Change and Sustainability Studies. Prachi Jaiswal, first rank in Master of Science in Regulatory Policy and Governance. Karan Kaushal, first rank in Master of Arts in Water Policy and Governance. Palak Kapoor, second rank in Master of Science in Environment, Climate Change and Sustainability Studies. Garima Agrawal is the winner of 2 prizes, second rank in Master of Science in Regulatory Policy and Governance and the Best Research Project in the same program. Rishi Chaturvedi in absentia, winner of 2 prizes, second rank in Master of Arts in Water Policy and Governance as well as the Best Research Project in the same program. Aditi Kishore, Best Research Project in Master of Science in Environment, Climate Change and Sustainability Studies. Divyanshi Jain is the winner of, so we are moving to the School of Education. Divyanshi Jain, the winner of 2 prizes, first rank in Master of Arts in Education and Best Research Project in Master of Arts in Education. Debashish Buyan is the winner of 2 prizes, first rank in Master of Arts in Education Elementary and Best Field Attachment in Master of Arts in Education Elementary. Pranjali Chaturvedi is the first rank in Master of Arts in Education and Technology. Devi GR, winner of 2 prizes, first rank in B.Ed M.Ed and Best Research Project in B.Ed M.Ed. Rajeshwari Sri Perimduri, second rank in Master of Arts in Education Elementary. Sai Kripagiri, second rank in Master of Arts in Education. Nandini Kurana, second rank in Master of Arts in Education and Technology. Sambat UM, second rank in B.Ed M.Ed. Yogida Nishad, Best Capstone Project in Master of Arts in Education and Technology. We are moving to the School of Law, Rights and Constitutional Governance. Sonal Priya, first rank in LLM Access to Justice. She is also the winner of Best Fieldwork in LLM Access to Justice. Abul Hassem, second rank in LLM Access to Justice. Gaurav Kumar Srivastava, Best Research Project in LLM Access to Justice. We are moving to the International Dual Degree Programs hosted by the Office of International Affairs. Mohana Sarkar, first rank in Master of Arts in International Development Practice and Masters in International Development Practice by Monash University. It's a dual degree program. The second rank in the dual degree program, Master of Arts in International Development Practice and Masters in International Development Practice by Monash University and TISS, is shared by Prabhnur Kaur Sekon and VAL Mrinalini Manda. Prabhnur Kaur. Mrinalini. Mrinalini. The scholar Chun Wu Sao, the Mr. Emmanuel E. Agabilisu Prize for the Best International Student in Absentia. Chun Wu Sao. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite our Vice Chancellor, Professor Badrinath Tiwari, sir, to distribute the doctoral degrees to the graduating scholars of the Mumbai campus. The Dean School of Research Methodology, Professor Anil Sutar, may join the Vice Chancellor in distributing the certificates. I present unto you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified the year 2026 for the Doctor of Philosophy may be admitted to their respective degree to those who are present and the other in absentia. The DSO Secretariat to read out the names of the PhD scholars.
Good morning, all of you. I'm pleased to announce the names of the scholars who will be awarded the Doctor of Philosophy degree. So I start with Doctor of Philosophy in Social Work, Pradnya Sureshende. Vijay Jathore. Aditi Mishra. Vibhavari Kavle. Ramachand Shimre. Shubha Shrishti. Now we move on to the Doctor of Philosophy in Development Studies, Rachna Devi Vaishnav. Mohammad Labib. Aditi Bharadwaj. Doctor of Philosophy in Health Services Management, Ashish Bhatt. Doctor of Philosophy in Public Health, Diana Thomas. B.G. Mohan. Dipanjali Behra. Christy Martina in absentia. Doctor of Philosophy in Inclusive Development and Social Justice, Bhavesh Pant. Reshmi Panikar. Doctor of Philosophy in Sociology of Education, Santosh Kumar Gurung, International PhD Scholar. Doctor of Philosophy in Applied Psychology, Clinical and Counseling Practice, Sonali Tangsali. Doctor of Philosophy in Library and Information Science, Jayashree Mavle. Doctor of Philosophy in Education, Nilesh Gorkhede. Ikankshi Khanna. Ekta Singla in absentia. Doctor of Philosophy in Social Science, Hitesh Goel in absentia, Sachin Rao in absentia. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
It is my pleasure and honor of this to invite our chief guest, Dr. C.S. Ramesh, to kindly deliver the convocation address.
Distinguished members of the board, respected faculty, proud parents and families, and most importantly, the heroes and heroines of today, the graduating students of this year. The only regret I have when I came here is the fact that I didn't bring my HR department along, because we could have readily recruited many of the winners who came here. But I did notice you, madam, taking pictures of only the public health and the MHA graduates. And I will look at that phone very carefully. So first, thank you for the invitation and the opportunity to be part of this very unique and memorable day. And for all the graduates, this is probably for some your first graduation, for some it's your second graduation, but this is probably a day you'll never forget and a day for celebration. You've graduated from one of India's most respected institutions, an institution that we at the Tata Memorial Center are very proud to be associated with over the past several decades. And I'll urge you to take a moment to savor it, because this is your moment. You're also graduating into a world which is unprecedented and probably something that previous generations of graduates have never experienced. And to me, there is an inherent paradox in the way the world exists today, and I'll explain that paradox in a minute. This is not just a graduation, this is more a chapter in your life, and while till today, you might just be preparing for life, from tomorrow, you will have the opportunity to actually shape lives. I said that there was a paradox. How many of the people in this audience think that today is a great day to be alive in this world? Not surprisingly, a very small minority. But I'm going to show you some data which is to the contrary. It's a wonderful time to be alive in this world today. If you were to look at any of the metrics of human progress, and I'll take several to illustrate my point, Human Development Index has never been as good today as it has ever been, regardless of which part of the world you live in, whether it's Africa, America, Asia. Similarly, the per capita GDP is at an all-time high, regardless of which part of the world you live in today. The proportion of people living in extreme poverty is at its all-time lowest. Child labor is at its all-time lowest. Legal slavery. You'd be surprised to know that 200 years back, 197 countries had slavery as a legal option. Today, that number is 0. Some might contest that there are a couple of countries which still are slavery-free on paper, but nevertheless, 197 to 3 is still a good number. Food supply adequacy has never been as good as it has been today. Sanitation, the access to safe water supply, never been better. Guinea worm disease, something that was a score just a century ago, is almost eradicated. You still see a few sporadic cases here and there. And similarly, paralytic polio, which used to afflict so many children, people living on iron lungs for years together, is something that's of the past. Education levels and literacy are at an all-time high. Even natural disasters and oil spills are at an all-time low. And even if you were to look at the proportion of people in the world living in an elected democracy, 200 years back, the vast majority of the world's population, upwards of 90%, lived in a dictatorship or an autocracy. Now that number is extremely low. Never before have so many people lived in a democracy than they have today. I think your parents might remember when they had to make a phone call. I certainly do remember that. You had to wait outside a telephone booth, waiting in a queue of people, all waiting to book a telephone call. They used to call it trunk calls, and then later on it became STDs. Now, you just open your smartphone and you're able to make a phone call. And even transcontinental video calls, if your FaceTime freezes for 5 seconds, you feel impatient. I don't know whether you have a thesis or a dissertation to be written as part of your degree program. I did when I was doing my post-graduation. And what I had to do was sit outside this small little booth outside the KEM hospital, sitting and typing with a typist. And if there was one mistake in that page, that entire page had to be typed again. Now you have tools. You have tools which will automatically fix your grammar, your punctuation, practically everything. And I hope the day doesn't come when it actually fixes your content as well. It's not very far away. I did say that, well, I started by saying that there was a paradox. So everything looks wonderful. But these numbers hide an ugly truth. The same data, the Human Development Index of Sub-Saharan Africa, is what it was of OECD countries or high-income countries more than 200 years ago. The per capita GDP of Sub-Saharan Africa is what OECD countries and high-income countries had 150 years ago. Remember that, 150 to 200 years back, high-income countries had reached the level of development that Sub-Saharan Africa has today. It's 2 centuries worth of a lifetime. I don't know how many of you have read the World Inequality Report. It's compulsory reading for all of you. It tells you what the gap in income and wealth is. If you were to look at income, which is how much money do I make in a year, the top 10% of the world's population, any guesses what proportion of the world's income they make? 50% of the world's income. So 10% of the world's population, the richest 10, make 50% of the world's income. When it goes to wealth, the discrepancy is even more stark. 10% of the world's population owns 75% of the world's wealth. And the bottom 50% of the world's population, that's 4 billion people, between them own 2% of the world's wealth. This is not a healthy situation. This is prone for anarchy, and we need to do everything that we can to narrow this gap. It's oversimplifying it if I say that it's only economics that has a discrepancy. If you were to look at gender and look at salaries across the world, global salaries, I'm not being cherry picking here. If you were to look at global salaries, women on average make 35% less when adjusted for unpaid labor. So the same amount of work that a male gets 100 rupees, a woman gets 65 rupees. And if you were to not adjust for unpaid labor, it'd be even worse. So there are two important things that I want to emphasize about inequities here, and this is something that we miss in the larger scheme of things. The first, that these discrepancies that I spoke about, the economic discrepancy, the gender discrepancy, is contrary to what we might imagine, worse in low-resource settings than high-resource settings. It's actually the high-income countries which are beginning to get their act together and narrowing this gap, whereas in low and low-middle-income countries, this gap is actually widening. The second is, again, something that we don't often think about, which is intersectionality. It's not always the rich versus the poor. It's not rural versus urban. It's not male versus female. A woman in rural Rwanda is infinitely more disadvantaged than a male in Cape Town, though they belong to the same continent. So it's this concept of intersectionality that we need to embrace, and the complexity of this that we need to address. For all of you graduating from this is not just an academic curiosity or an academic observation as it is for the vast majority of the world. It's very interesting data. But for you, it's a life's work. If you had to distill down what social sciences mean to me, and I'm taking a very layman's approach to this, it's this one question. How do we create a society in which progress is not limited to the fortunate few, but to the vast majority of the world's population? This one question lies at the essence of what social science is all about. And with that, it brings to you a profound responsibility as you graduate and go out into this world. But before you change society, you need to understand yourselves. And very often, I'm asked this question by folks at their early parts of their careers. What skills do I need to succeed? I think I'm the wrong person to answer that. One, I don't know what your definition of success is. And second, I don't know what your skills are and how you need to augment that. I would reframe this question. What do I need to become to achieve what I want to do in life, to achieve my vision? And the reason I say this is because we are in an era of remarkable change. Careers change, technologies change, entire professions have been wiped out thanks to modern technology. The only thing that you will be left with is your character, and that's what we need to build. And towards this, I'll encourage you to have 4 qualities. You can forget about the first 3, but pay attention to the 4th. The first is critical thinking. We today live in an era where we are overloaded with information, but starved of wisdom. We have television and television anchors dictating what opinion should be. We have social media creating outrage, but the responsibility of judgment is entirely ours. Please, let us not outsource our ability to think. The second quality is something that is actually enshrined in our country's constitution, that of scientific temper. And scientific temper is not about wearing a lab coat or walking around feeling self-important in a research laboratory. It's an attitude. It's a way of life. Every single aspect of life can be tempered by science. It means being curious instead of being cynical, being evidence-driven instead of being ideologically driven. And importantly, changing your mind when the facts change. Everyone sees this as a weakness. But you said that 1 year back. Of course I did, because the data was different. If the data is different now, be open enough to change your mind. Have the courage to question assumptions, whether it be your teachers or yourselves, more importantly. Have the courage to say, I made a mistake. And to me, those 3 words are probably the most intelligent words, regardless of which language it might be, accepting that I could be wrong. And the day we stop questioning, we stop learning. Science is not the opposite of compassion. Science is compassion informed by evidence. The third quality I want to emphasize here is adaptability. Your generation has already lived through some things which have been unprecedented for any other generation. You had a global pandemic. We have climate change, which is a reality now, heat waves in parts of the world where we never thought heat waves would occur. Artificial intelligence, as our Honorable Chancellor said, changing entire professions. This rapid geopolitical change, economic uncertainty, and if you don't learn to adapt, you will be left behind. And I'll take this example of this. Most of you may not even have heard of this company called Kodak. In the 90s, this was the leading camera manufacturer in the world. Come smartphones, Kodak was late to adapt, though Sony actually adapted much quicker. Now we don't even know that Kodak cameras exist. It's for those old, quaint people who still have those digital, or not even digital, the regular SLRs, who will remember Kodak ever having existed. So be ready to change with the times. And no university, including TIS, can prepare you for every single challenge that life will throw at you. All it can tell you is to teach you how to learn and to continue learning on a regular basis. There is an old saying, and I'm going to read that out. It's not the strongest species that survives, nor the most intelligent. It is the one that is most responsive to change. And though this has been variably attributed to most people, the most famous being Charles Darwin, that is besides the point. What is important is that the principle is unquestionably true. The future will not belong to people who know everything, so that's not your ultimate goal. It will belong to those who never stop learning. And your degree, therefore, is not the end of your education. It is simply evidence that you know how to learn. Now I'm coming to the last point, which is, in my mind, the single most important point that I want to leave you with. Something that I believe matters more than intelligence, more than talent, more than even hard work, and that's integrity. To me, integrity is a beautiful word. It's also a remarkably simple word, yet it's an extremely powerful word. What does integrity mean? It means doing the right thing when no one is watching. When you stop at a signal when it's red, there's no traffic police, but you still stop. That is a small act of integrity that you can do in your daily lives. It means refusing shortcuts when it means compromising your values. It means telling the truth when lying would be much easier. And very simply, it means just keeping your word. And the world will test your integrity, not just once, repeatedly, daily, every single day you will be tested for your integrity. And there'll be plenty of opportunities to say, just this once, I'll compromise. And the human mind is a strange thing. It helps rationalize, and then slowly you start thinking that's what integrity means all about. And contrary to what we might think, there is no dramatic moment where your integrity becomes from good to bad in a dramatic. It's a series of small compromises building with each other and ultimately ending up with compromising your integrity. So guard it fiercely. Guard it, it's like it's your last possession on earth. Because once people trust your integrity, and it has happened to me at a personal level, if people trust your integrity, they are far more willing to forgive your mistakes. And if they don't trust your integrity, they don't trust your successes as well. So as graduates of TIS, you will encounter systems that are remarkably inefficient. The world is imperfect. You will encounter policies that are unfair, practices that exclude, and people who will get forgotten. And your job is not to just navigate through those hurdles and keep going. Your job is to actually improve on things. Some of it will happen dramatically. You will have an immediate cause and effect, but far more often, far more commonly, you'll be making small steps, one step at a time, to be progressive in what you do. You can do this not just by one step, but touching one life at a time. And if there's one thing I've learned in medicine, it is never underestimate the impact that changing one life can have on their lives and in the overall scheme of humanity. In medicine, I've learned that statistics matter. I teach biostatistics in clinical research methods courses. But to the individual patient, he or she is not a mere statistic. He is an individual person who deserves all your care and compassion. And going outside of medicine, the same is true regardless of which field you are in. And as I conclude, let me get back to where I started with. Yes, this is, for all of you cynics who didn't raise your hand, the best time in the world to be alive. But it is also a time that urgently requires compassion. It requires thoughtful and ethical, and most importantly, with integrity, changing the world one step at a time. Your generation has inherited remarkable challenges. And I don't envy your generation, because what we had to deal with when we were younger was far simpler. But you also have inherited enormous potential and immense possibilities. And that's not an advantage that we had growing up. So I urge you, continue to have the curiosity to question, the wisdom to seek evidence, the humility to keep learning, the flexibility to adapt. But again, as I said earlier, most importantly, the integrity to remain true to your values. Long after today's applause has faded, that is what the world will remember of you. Once again, congratulations to all of you. I wish you go out and build not just successful careers for yourselves, but a more thoughtful, more compassionate, and more equitable world. Thank you very much.
I request the Dean Academic Affairs to propose the vote of thanks.
That was a very good speech that we heard in the last few years, one of the best motivating and inspiring speech. So, let me begin by thanking our esteemed chief guest, which is out of my formal writing, but I'll come to that, sir. Thank you so much. Our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Pramesh, Director, Tata Memorial Hospital, TIS Chancellor, Professor D.P. Singh, Vice Chancellor, Professor Badri Narayan, Officiating Registrar, Dr. Narendra Mishra, members of the Executive and Academic Councils, students, graduating students, faculty, staff, families of our graduating students, and all our well-wishers here. At TISS, convocation is more than just a ceremony. It's an emotional and a nostalgic moment filled with both aspirations and hope. It links our past achievements with future goals. As we celebrate this 86th convocation, it is particularly special because TISS is marking its 90 years of learning, service, and social transformation. At this milestone, we look forward with hope to the 100th anniversary and beyond as the generations that will hope to continue this legacy of ours. On this important day, we thank Dr. C.S. Pramesh, our chief guest, for joining us and sharing inspiring words with our graduates and our faculty and staff too. His speech has motivated all of us here to realize that the degrees are not merely as personal achievements, but as a call to serve society with courage, integrity, humility, and purpose. From his everyday practice of commitment, compassion, and caregiving, we learn that true excellence lies in being consistently present for those in need and in treating every human life with dignity and urgency. Receiving the degree from an eminent person who has devoted himself to saving every human life that approaches him is in itself one of the greatest blessings for our graduating students. Thank you, sir. We thank our Chancellor, Professor D.P. Singh, sir, for his leadership, commitment to quality standards, and guidance throughout. Both myself and Dr. Narendra Mishra are witness to his leadership style and guidance every moment when we are in a thoughtful process how to proceed further. His actions behind the screen are very important for TISS, especially in making such events a success. Thank you, sir. We also appreciate our Vice Chancellor, Professor Badri Narayan, for his leadership, compassion, and vision towards TIS First, TIS Bharat, and TIS Global, which have provided direction and purpose to this celebration as well. His guidance has shaped this togetherness with more clarity and commitment. Thank you, sir. We are very grateful to our always present and enthusiastic Registrar, Dr. Narendra Mishra. His wit, clubbed with logic, help us tackle complex challenges with more calmness, clarity, and humor. His timely presence, support, and ability to work with teams across schools and departments have been crucial in making this day happen. Thank you, sir. We thank the Executive Council and Academic Council for their leadership and support in strengthening TISS. We also appreciate the Ministry of Education and the University Grants Commission for their ongoing support, which helps us grow and stay committed to public service. We are grateful to the Tata Trust for their lasting support of this mission. We sincerely thank Dr. Vineet Samant, the Medical Superintendent of TMH, along with all our friends and colleagues from the TMH family for their gracious support, presence, and warm association with this convocation. What makes this pedagogy distinctive is its integration of fieldwork with classroom learning, allowing students to connect theory with lived realities and engage deeply with society's most urgent challenges. Through empirical research with communities where development and nation building remain ongoing tasks, TIS nurtures reflective practitioners, committed researchers, and responsible contributors to social transformation. We must share these stories of pedagogical innovation, social development, and nation building with the world beyond TISS, because our everyday acts of caregiving and compassion show how knowledge gains meaning when it serves people and strengthens society. In this context, we acknowledge our fieldwork organizations, internship partners, recruiters, and sponsors for giving students meaningful real-world experience. We appreciate our media colleagues for spreading the spirit of this convocation and our alumni whose lives and work exemplify the value of TIS education. A big thank you to the academic section, administrative and accounts team, library and computer center, and secretariat staff in all our schools and centers. Their careful planning, documentation, verification, coordination, and hard work have made this convocation possible. Their efforts are often unnoticed but are greatly appreciated in today's smooth ceremony. We also place on record our heartfelt thanks to Ms. Sheila Rajendra, AR Academics, who retires after this convocation. TISS deeply values the contributions of people like her and will surely miss her presence and service. I want to thank the campus directors whose work is a very difficult work, managing both TISS in Mumbai and off campuses in their own places. Thank you all the three campus directors. The Dean of Students Affairs, I should specifically thank here Professor Mariyappan sir. His guidance really helped in getting a very eminent chief guest for us. So thank you, Professor Mariyappan. Professor Bipin Jojo, Dean EOC, Professor Anil Suta, Dean School of Research Methodology, Dr. Vaishali Kole, Dean Alumni Affairs, and all other colleagues who are the deans of different schools, chairpersons of independent centers, and their team for taking care of all students and faculty needs to achieve today's milestone. Thank you, TISS faculty and staff, for your commitment to teaching, mentoring, research, and growing this institution. Your work has shaped generations of socially conscious, responsible, and entrepreneurial graduates. We also appreciate the Convocation Committee and all the teams, both formal and informal, who worked tirelessly, especially in the past few weeks, to perfect every detail. Your teamwork, patience, and determination turned challenges into solutions and plans into a successful celebration. We want to thank our facilities team for keeping the campus welcoming and functional, the IT support team for ensuring smooth digital operations, the sound and audio visual teams who are sitting above us for making sure everything is heard and seen, and the security personnel and student volunteers for keeping everyone safe and comfortable. To our graduating students, this is a big milestone in your journey. As our Vice Chancellor often says, you are TISS and this is you. Yeah. Sir, I borrowed your sentence. Yeah. You have shown through your conduct and etiquette that you are part of this valuable legacy. Thank you for sharing this moment with us and for taking these values into the world. Your presence here today means a lot to us. We also thank the proud parents and families for their support, encouragement, and sacrifices that made this possible. Thank you all for making this convocation special. As we finish this vote of thanks, I also express our hope. This 90-year history shows that institutions are created by ideas, people, and the courage to serve. As we approach this centenary, let's continue this legacy with creativity, strong partnerships, compassion, and a commitment to justice, dignity, and public purpose. If anyone or any team was unintentionally left out, we apologize and sincerely appreciate every contribution that made today possible. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I think you left out one name, that itself you, that's a Professor Sunil D. Santha. I think a big round of applause for him for leading this due convocation ceremony, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now, we are proceeding to end. Now I will request our Honorable Chancellor, sir, to declare the convocation closed.
I declare the convocation closed.
Please rise for the national song, which will be followed by the national anthem.
श्यामला
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे। गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Kindly remain standing until the academic procession makes an exit. Okay, thank you.